Da Vinci, pasta, fashion, mafia, Jersey Shore. What do all of these words have in common? These words are usually associated with Italians and Italian families. My name is Vanessa Clark. I'm here to speak to you today regarding my experience with my own Italian family. Italians are very loud, we are very family oriented, and we are also very poorly depicted on national television. Let's begin with the most obvious point. If you've ever watched a movie with an Italian family being depicted within the movie, you will see that they're very family oriented. Family comes first. The same goes in our home. Family is first, period. Which leads me to mealtime. We do not typically sit down and watch television while we're eating. We usually don't sit down and read a newspaper while we're eating. We're usually sharing our experiences, our stories, our triumphs, our joys, our heartbreaks at that meal. Again, moving with that point, we are also a very close-knit group of people because we do share so much information, which also allows us to be brutally honest with one another, which is a downfall of that close-knitness. Moving on to the second most obvious point is that Italian families are extremely loud. This is also one of the major stereotypes of Italians and Italian families. In my family, it is extremely loud. When family gets together, not only is it loud, but it is explosive. If you would happen to sit down and watch one of our family videos, you would not be able to differentiate voices or bodies. It basically looks like just a mass of people, and it sounds like a mass of voices all at once. When we tend to have a celebration, whether it be Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, a birthday, we normally get complaints from our neighbors about them being worried about us fighting. That is not us fighting. We are, again, just a very loud group of people. And when people get excited about a subject, they tend to try to speak over one another in my family. So yes, we do fit the Italian stereotype of being extremely loud. What about the way that Italian people have been recently depicted on national television? Take, for instance, the show Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore depicts all Italians as either Guidos or Guidettes. We all tan, we all wear short shorts and glittery sandals to the club, and we have t-shirt time. That is false. That I very rarely meet someone of Italian culture that fits that stereotype unless they are from an area where that culture is very prevalent regardless of your culture or your nationality. Moving on to the show Mob Wives. This is another show that not only my family finds offensive, but other Italian families that we spoke to find offensive as well. This is a show that depicts the majority of Italian families either being in the mafia, associated with the mafia, or knowing someone who is associated with the mafia. This is completely untrue as far as my family goes. We are not mob affiliated in any way, and it is actually taken as an offense to people who are not in the organized crime world. Another misconception that people tend to have about Italian people, especially Italian women, is that we're extremely fashionable. This can be true to a certain extent, usually with people that are engulfed in the Italian culture within Italy, and they have very easy access to designers such as Versace. We do wear sweatpants. That is something that I get asked a lot. Even though I go to Walmart in dresses, that does not mean that I don't sit at home with my son and relax in a pair of sweatpants and a sweatshirt. That point being that Italians are not only what you see on TV and what you see in magazines. We are just normal people. We just have a very interesting and diverse culture. Again, I usually get asked the question of why I'm not tan if I'm Italian. That is, again, a misconception that a lot of people have. So yes, Italians are very family oriented. They are extremely loud, and they are poorly depicted on national television. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about me and a little bit about my family here. And just remember that I am not Snooki, and this is not Jersey Shore.